Hello, how are you doing, guys? I hope you're all right. And today we are doing a full project of on Excel. Can you hear me? Right. Can you hear me? Mic test. So should I increase the mic? Hello. Okay. I hope you can hear me now. Okay. So let's begin. Sorry for that. Okay, so let's open our Excel. Let's open our Excel. So let me open my Excel. So this is the data set we have. It's about crops, and we need to clean this data set. We need to remove duplicates. Okay, we need to also remove these errors. As you can see, some of the data you cannot even see here. So we have a lot of problems here. So when you get a data, when you first open your data set, don't be hurried to clean it. Okay, first just look at it, how it looks like. So that's what we are going to do now. We're just going to check what's missing. Okay, just a little bit. There's something I want to correct here. Okay, what's happening here? So make sure first you use that data set is in the description below. We have a data set there. Make sure you download that Excel. It is in the description below, the first link. Okay, you will find this data set. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, I'm trying to put this subscription button there. Okay, so we can begin now. So this is the data set we have. We need to first format this because we cannot see some of the information there. So you go there where it is written format, you click there, then you go down where it is written out of fit column and leaf. So once you do that, it will automatically fit the whole data sets. Okay, that's what we have. Okay, so these are the informations we have, and I would love to remove these issues here. We have some we have nulls, we have errors, we have not applicable, so we are going to remove that. So this is how we are going to remove. First of all, we need to put headers there. So this is our title here. So the farmer name, country, so we need to make it bold. So just click length here, the arrow. So once you click the row, just go back to up there where it is written bold. Just click it. So as you can see here, it is in bold. Okay, you can differentiate between the data sets and the titles there, right? So those are the informations that we have just so we just did right now. Okay, so now we need to first select the whole data set, then move to data where it is written data. So in this process I would love to share my whole screen just a minute, because I'm able, because if I stream that way you won't able to see the whole information. Okay. mm. um okay, so let me just a little bit. Okay, yeah, let's go back now. So you go back to where it is written from table, so you click there and it opens the Power Query. Okay, just let's give it a minute and it opens the Power Query. So this is where now we are going to remove the not applicables, we are going to remove blanks. Okay, thank you for subscribing, brother. May God bless you. 419, thank you so much. So in Power Query, this is where now we remove the not applicables, blanks, all those unnecessary informations we have. Okay, so that is what we are going to do now. So I'm opening my Power Query. So I click check my headers, make sure it is checked there. Okay, okay, it is, make sure it is checked. Okay, so it's opening. Just let's give it a minute, because no, Excel is usually slow. Sometimes it even crashes. That's why there's a need to give it a little bit of time. Okay, as you can see there, it's not responding. Okay, my Power Query, I've opened my Power Query. Okay, I've opened my Power Query. So inside Power Query we have some information we need to do. So where we now we can manipulate the data and create. So that's what we are going to do. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. So we want to hit 500 subscribers after this. Okay, I'm trying to open my Power Query. So in the meantime, make sure you download the Excel in the description below. Okay, there's an Excel. That is what we are going to do right now. So that is the data set that we are using. Okay, so this thing is taking longer than it should. I don't know why, but make sure you hit the like button. Okay, please. Taking longer than it should. let's try to pin it. So as you can see here, I don't know if my Excel. Okay, so these are the informations we have. So we are going to remove some of the nulls, not nulls. So click errors. So we are going to uncheck errors. So we're also going to uncheck not applicable. All right. So and lastly, what else? So blanks and blanks, uncheck blanks. Then click OK. But if this one doesn't work, we can like I'm trying my best to be cool. So let me just try to open on Power BI because I feel like this one is slowing us down a little bit, and it is normal because Excel is usually very slow, and you don't even use it that much, because of its slowness. And let me open Power BI. Open Power BI again. As you can see, it's still loading, to be honest. It's very slow. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, please. If you need it, and you share to other people. So I'm trying to correct this issue we are having right now because there is a bit slow. So there's a way I can make it a bit fast. So I need to log into Power BI, then load the data set there. So that is what I'm doing right now. Please have a faith in me a little bit. Been 10 minutes, I think. So okay, I'm trying to log into Power BI. Just a minute, guys. I think you can't see in at this part. So this part you might not able to see it, okay? My days. Zell is so slow. Zell is super slow. So Excel is super slow. Just a minute, guys. I'm trying to start the Excel here because it froze, so it's not responding. And we need to first log into our Power BI and then load our dataset there. So after that, it will be a bit faster. So that is how you do it. If you feel like your Excel is super slow, just do that way. And in the meantime, just as I said, there is a link in the description below for the dataset that we are going to work on, and make sure you download that. Use the link in the description below for that. Okay. So I've opened my Power BI, thankfully. So it took us a lot of time. Um, it took us a lot of time. Okay. Let me just open a bit so you are not able to see this, but I think because I'm sharing a specific thing. So I'm not able to see this part. Okay. So I'm trying to load the data in Power BI right now, disconnecting. I have already I used the CSV file. So after around few minutes, I think we'll be able to start the work. So make sure you hit the like button because this will help me push the algorithm and we'll able to reach more people. So help me with that, please. Mm-hmm. We'll be able to start in few minutes. So. Let me open my Excel now. Start fresh. Hopefully it works now. So we're about to start our Excel. So we're going to start our Excel now, and let's see if that helps. Okay. Sorry for this, not this file. I mean the other file we have here. Okay, sorry for that. Okay. Hopefully it works now. So let's start now. Let's start. um, these are the information we have. So we are going to copy all these data sets now. Let's make sure you copy all these data sets. So control C, do that, then move on to our next page, so where we are going to call it a worksheet. Okay, so this is our worksheet. Name the sheet worksheet. Okay, and paste here. So let me say I copy, control C, control V. Okay, so I don't want to mess up our original data. Okay, so that is why I am using a new worksheet. So for that, so at the top part we need to make it bold. This is our title, so let's make it bold. Make sure you choose the first row, then go to where it is written bold. Okay, so after that make sure you go to format, then choose auto fit column and width. So at this point, and so now our headers is bold is in bold, and you can see that you can differentiate between the headers and the normal data set. Okay, so we are going to remove some of the informations here. These include errors, NN not applicable, and some blanks. So we need to clean, so that process is called cleaning. So during cleaning, we select the whole data set, then move to where it is written data at the top there, where it is written data. Go there, then choose from table. So once you click there from table, it will open a Power Query, where now we can choose some informations. Okay, so make sure the headers is checked. So the header is checked for that. So then it will open Power Query. Okay, a minute. So it will open Power Query. So I'm sharing my whole screen, by the way. That is why you are able to see my WhatsApp and some of my personal stuff. Okay, so I have no problem. You that okay? So in this project, I have to share my full screen, because if I share a specific screen, you won't be able to see some of the informations like Power Query. Even you won't be able to see that. So that is why I am using what we call sharing the whole screen. Let's open our Power Query. Okay, let it open, man. It's taking a lot of time. I hate it. Taking a lot of time. Wait. Okay. So once we open our Power Query, Don't know why it's not responding this shit stuff, man. Don't want to cast it, but it's taking some time, man. We have a full project to do. Mm. If you guys have if you're using Word, I mean Excel 2013, you are not able to use Power Query, so make sure you download Power Query uh, from Google or from Chrome, anywhere separately. Then you will able to use it in the Excel. Okay. If you're using 2016, so you are not having will not have a problem. But we are having some issues here for that because the data sets not, I don't know if there's some viruses with the data set, or I don't understand because it's not opening completely. So I just did this project, by the way, 2 to 3 hours before the stream, and it was working fine. So that's why I was just to make sure that we don't waste a lot of time on the stream. That's why I did it 3 to 5 hours before the stream. Okay, so this is basically how um, so let's just clear. Let's close Excel, then open it again. Maybe it will work this time. Oh, this thing has problem. Yep. Early on, before even I was streaming, I had later worked. Okay, man. Later worked, but there's no problem. You can literally close, then open again, and hope it works at the end. Okay. And make sure please you help me with liking and subscribing to the channel. That will boost the channel to many people. So that's how the algorithm works. Okay, so let's just open our Excel again. I hope this time it works. Been around, I don't know how much. So let's open our Excel. Oh my god, 422 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's open our Excel, and this is the data set that we are going to use. This is the data set that we are going to use. Let me open it. We are having a problem here, but I'm sure it will work at the end. There's something normal. So this is the data set again. Let's do the same thing again. So copy the whole data set. So just copy the whole data set, Control C, then move on to new sheet and paste there. Okay, So in the header you're going to bold the header, okay. Then after that, or just like that, and insert now, or we can literally delete the sheet. Maybe this is a problem here, that's why I don't I'm thinking a lot. Okay, okay. So let's just open our Power Query this way without even making the header bold, okay. I hope it works. Well, this thing is taking us very long. It's taking us longer than it should. Yeah. So it is not even that complex, but it's because the data set is very heavy. Yeah, it has a lot of rows. Hope it works, man. This time it works. When someone enters, please just like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe it. So I'm about to open the Power Query. I hope it works this time. I hope it works. It works. I hope it works. So guys, if we are having a big problem like this, I think we can just go ahead directly and do the cleaning inside the Excel without Power Query. You can also do that, but I usually prefer using Power Query because it is much easier, and it does not even waste time. But if this time I mean if it doesn't work at this time, I think we can't waste a lot of time just trying to do something that doesn't work. So yeah, before the stream I did it, it was working fine, then boom, again it doesn't work. I don't know why, because the Power Query is very slow. I don't know why. So I'm trying so hard that this thing it should work. This thing should work, man. It has to work. It has to work. So it says up there, the Power Query editor not responding. I don't know why. So why is it? Or is it because of the stream, or because when I'm streaming it might have some issue with it? Okay, guys, I think we can't. We have a little time here, so if we keep doing the same thing, I think we'll be wasting a lot of time in it. Okay, so we are going to clean it later, so at the end. So that is what we are going to do, because we are having a problem here. Let me just open our Excel, and we do it in a way that in a different way. Okay, but we are going to do it in a different way. I have a plan on how we are going to do it. Okay? Yep, I have a plan. So we will just go directly to the key metrics, and at the end, that is where we will now edit it and remove the not applicable nulls and blanks. Okay, because this Excel is so heavy and it will take us a lot of time trying to mess up this information. Okay, but first we need to just bold this information here. That is what we have here, and this is the key metric that we are going to use. Okay, let me just open it. The key metric that we are going to use. The key metrics. Okay, let me just open the key metrics. So I'm trying to open the key metrics here. So we are going to use let's open it. And the data set is in the description below, by the way, so I keep reminding you guys. Let me show you this. Okay, this is the key metrics. Hope you can see it. Yeah, we have the for visualization dashboards. We are going to have this information, but we are not going to use all of them, so we'll choose which one. So we can use the first one, for profit, the budget, and this one we are going to use the area, revenue trend. We are going to use line chart for that, and the crop type distribution we're going to use pie charts. And these are the kpis that are displayed on the top. So those are that shows the total revenue, profit, and stuffs like that. Okay, that is, so this is basically the key metric that we have here. Okay, so I hope you can just take a small screenshot here and then put it somewhere at the end. Okay, so with that being said, let's just open our Excel and try to because we cannot able to clean with Power Query because it keeps freezing, and we don't have a time for that. So we can just copy all this information, Control C, then move on to sheet 1 and paste it there, Control V. Okay, so then move on to where it is written format and choose out of it column and view. Okay, so oh yep, that is it. So we now have all these informations right there. Okay, so and that being said, so let's move on. So let's just keep this one as worksheet. Okay, worksheet. So in this place, so we are going to say, okay, let's name it as pivot charts. So pivot charts is where now we are going to have the pivot charts on those informations. Okay, so you go back to insert where it is written insert, then choose the pivot table, then go back to worksheet, just click any cell, then control A, select the whole data set, then okay. We're having some issues here. Okay, should we try one more time for the power query, because I feel like tracing me out this stuff. Okay, go back to data, the power query from table. You should be patient with it. You should be patient with it. Wow, 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 wow. I never had issues like this, man. To be honest, I've never had issues like this. I never had issues like this. This one is taking a lot of time. When I was doing alone before the stream, I think I only had that for a few minutes, then it worked. Yep, I had some issues earlier on, but it's not like this. I don't know why. Yep, I tried all the ways, but let's give it time. And I hope it opens. So, because the reason why I choose Power Query or trying to manipulate inside Excel is because Excel keeps crashing. So let's just give it a few minutes. I hope it works. Not the. I think it's because of the data set being too large, stuff like that. Yep. So let's try. Let's wait it and if it opens. Let me just close these tabs. Okay, let's give it time, please. Let's give it time. Should not force it, because I think this thing is so large that it takes us a lot of time. So it takes Power Query a lot of time for it to analyze the data set. And it's about how many rows is this? Around 1000 or something like that. If I was doing it alone and alone before I was streaming because I thought that it would be wise for me to work on before I do stream so that we don't stuck on stuffs. Again, we don't take a lot of time for that. So that's why I was doing it, and I didn't stuck at that time. To be honest, I didn't have this kind of problems like we are having right now because of the power query things. So let's just keep going, man. If it doesn't work, I don't know what we're going to do with it. Maybe we can do another data set. We can use another data set to do, but I promise it won't pass today. We have to finish this project, whether it will take us the whole day or not, but it's a promise that I made to you guys, so I won't postpone this. Oh my days, what the heck, man. Okay, how many of you are familiar with Power BI? Can actually use Power BI if you guys don't mind for this project. If you have the dataset, you can go ahead and do it with Power BI since this thing keeps right. So you see that it kept my headers checked. This is the workbook query, as you can see that loading, but we haven't done anything, so I don't know where it's loading now. Okay, let's try to remove some of the information here, such as null, not applicable, blanks. So those are the things that we remove. Errors. Okay. Uh, so remove errors, not applicable, those stuffs. So that is what I have just done. And there is taking a little bit time, so just give it a few minutes. Hope you're on the same page. So, are you guys having the same problem, or is it only on my computer that keeps doing stuffs like this? I promise you that we are going to finish it today. This is the data set. Okay. Think it froze or what? Let's do it again until it works. So hope it works. Okay. Hope it doesn't bring some issues. So I hope it works now. I hope it works now. I hope it works now. Um, this one. Now if it opens, I think we can pull faster pace. So yeah, let's reduce the data set. I feel like as you can see the way it's guys, can you guys see this? So just go to data where it is written. First let's remove duplicates if there are any. So all this information we have, I think we can actually do top 100. Let's keep it 100. Okay, let's analyze the first 100. Okay, just control C, because I feel like the data is way too big for. Okay, so that's that. We can go to where it is written uh, go back to home, then format, then auto fit column and width. Okay, after that just go to the insert where it is written there, that I mean, then from table now go ahead and go to Power Query. Okay, so there is the data set is too big for it, that can be the problem. It is too huge for Excel, and I think it should be used on stuffs like SQL, right, or even Power BI. No, Power BI doesn't even start, to be honest. Okay, from the table, I've opened now two Power BIs. So on the other side we have opened um, let's go finally. Oh my days, 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 man. Oh my days, finally guys, that's opened. Okay, so inside Power Query, where now we can remove issues like not null. Okay, so I'm going to remove things like not null, errors, and not applicable. Okay, so I remove null areas, blank spaces, and errors. So those are the things that I remove from the columns. So I do that for all the data, for all the for all the columns. Okay, so null, error, and not applicable. So do that for all the data set. So null, error, not applicable. Okay, same thing. Let's remove null, error, and not applicable for all the data sets. Okay, by the way, we almost gave up, right? Oh, I'm proud of you that you stayed with me, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So I'm just removing columns with such as errors, those stuffs. Okay. So, null, null, and make sure you do that too. Okay. Remove errors not applicable. So removing. So um, errors and not applicable. So I'm left with 3 columns. So let me just remove that, and we're gonna start the visualization. No, not applicable. Uh, Errors and blanks. Make sure you uncheck those. Okay, so that's how you can clean the dataset using Power Query. Whoa, we had, so it took us a lot of time, by the way. It's because of Excel. Okay, so it's not our fault, by the way. It's not our fault, so let's not blame ourselves. We did what we could do, but the Excel thing was taking our time. So after you are finished and checking those stuffs like not applicable, null, make sure you close and load. Okay, close and load. Okay, okay. So these are what you are left with. Okay, these are the informations we have. So out of the 100, so we were cleaning 100. So after removing the nulls not applicable, we are left with 15 rows. Okay, we are left with 15 rows. So in this 15 rows, so it is where now we are going to do visualization. So the reason why we are left with 15 rows is because we have stuff like not applicable. You see these blanks, we removed all that just to be left with 15 rows. I hope we are together up to here, so I don't want to leave anyone behind. So now we can open a new sheet. Okay, we can open a new sheet and call it something else. What can we call? We can call it a pivot chart. Okay, pivot chart. So the thing that we can call it. Let's go to the pivot chart where it is written. Go to insert. Okay, insert tab, then click pivot table, then go back to your worksheet, then select the whole data set, truth, and click. Okay, anyways, I don't know why. Control A, then pivot table, new worksheet. I swear to God, we're having problem here. This, what the heck, man? Control A, select the whole data set. pivot. Okay, controlling everything. Okay, it refused, so it doesn't mean that we can still do it. Okay, because pivot table it keeps refusing for some reasons that some of the, as you can see there, farmer 1.6 some issues here, because we had to reduce our data set by the way, because of, as you can see that Excel could not handle that huge data set. So we're still going to use um, uh, it is a Power Query. We're still going to use Power Query. We're still going to use Power Query, just table. So let's use Power Query to put some information. From table, choose Power Query. I'm going to open fast because it's just 15 rows. I don't think it will have a problem. Let's do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we need to use this crop profit comparison. Okay, so let me just open my file and I show you the metrics that we are using. Okay, so we are analyzing the first 100 uh, rows. Okay, because we are not able to use the whole data set for some reason, so sorry for that. I apologize. I wish I had recorded earlier on, and but we can still do that. Okay, so these are the information we have here. So crop profit comparison, so we are going to select the crop and profits, so those two columns. Okay, so we are going to keep two columns. So inside, when you enter the Power Query, just choose columns, select where it is written, choose columns, and now you should check two columns that you need. Right, the two columns that we need right now is the crop profit. Okay, the crop profits. Let me do that. Crop profit. Now close and load. Okay, so this is the crop profit here we have. So we are going to look for a pivot chart here. Just go to the insert where it is written, then go back to where click where it is written pivot chart. Okay, then choose the pivot chart. So for this one, we say that we are going to use the column. Okay, the column. So mm, Okay, I just need pivot chart. Hey, what the heck? The recommendation has not been validated. Okay, so we are going to use the bar chart, so which is this one. Just click OK. Okay, so this is the chart here. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And Control Z, Control Z. Okay, so that is perfect. Put it somewhere there. Okay, now let's call it chart 1. Okay, and let's delete this one. Let's delete this sheet here, and we need to also delete this information. So this one also we need to delete it because we were not able to load the whole data set, and we were to choose the first 100. Okay, so this is our original sheet, and this one we can call it to worksheet. Okay, so this had a lot of issues, so this one is the clean version of the sheet 1, and we choose to choose these 2 columns. So we choose 2 columns, we choose crop type and profit, and we choose this budget. Okay, so when you go back to our metrics, so we were told to choose budget, and that is why we go ahead and choose budget. So then we are told to use on the second uh, chart for visualization. We are told to use yield per acre. Okay, so go back to your sheet, then go back to here where it is written data, then open from table, open your Power Query. Hello guys, can you able to oh my god, so what's happening? So this was the one that I was using, by the way. Just a minute. So in our next chart, so we are going to use what we call the yield and acre. Okay, let's go ahead and choose yield and acre for that. Yield and acre. So just click the choose column, then go ahead and choose those two. Oh my god. The way we are going to repeat is like it is not done the way it should be done. You are a bit, we had some issues with there. So acre, choose 2 columns, so yield and acre. Okay, all right, so now open and close and load. So once you do that, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. You in that way you will help me a lot. mm, okay. So now let's choose area. For this, we go to the insert and choose something pivot chart. Let's choose the area for this. This is the area. This is the area chart. Okay. This is the area chart. So this is the area chart. And on our next one, let me just go back to our sheet and open. We need to open. Can you guys see my screen, by the way? That is what I want to know. Because on my second monitor it's showing different things from what I have here. Okay, let me just go ahead and do what because I'm not able, because the other screen is way behind. Okay. So in our third column, we are going to choose revenue and trend. So we are going to choose revenue trend. So it means we choose date and revenue. Okay, let's just choose columns. Once you choose your Power Query, make sure you go to choose columns. So choose column. So we are going to choose revenue, where it's written revenue and the date, so the harvested date. Okay, then close and load. Okay, close and load, and it will open a new column. So for this one, we are going to use a line chart. Okay, so we are going to use line chart for this. Okay, so we are going to use a line chart for this. Go back to where it is written insert, then go back to recommended charts, then go to all charts, then line charts. So hey, nope, there is an issue, sorry for that. I was supposed to select the revenue and debt only, not all of these. That is it. So we are going to delete this sheet. So let me just go ahead and delete this sheet. Okay, then go back to our worksheet, sheet 1. then we'll add a new worksheet. Go back to data, show queries, table 2. We can now open we can now choose the two columns we want, the revenue and the date of harvested. Okay, can now choose the two we want. So choose column, go ahead and choose the column. So close and load. So let's do that. Okay, we're having some problem here. What problem did we face? So column permanent table wasn't gone. Doing worksheet. Okay. Okay, so we have the two columns here. I think we can use these two columns to create our dashboard. So I think it is more than enough. So we need to add the kpis. Where's the other one? Okay. So we need to go back to our let's go back to sheet 1 and then data, then from table open our Power Query because we deleted the original sheet by mistake. Okay, let's go ahead and create something here. Remove nulls, not applicable. Okay, and errors, then click OK. Same thing with this here, remove nulls, not applicable, and errors. Same thing with the crop variety, do the same, nulls, errors, not applicable. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's do that way. So remove the errors of those stuffs. So where we have errors, just remove it. Uncheck, just uncheck, remove them by unchecking. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. So click OK. Keep doing that. Just move to the next date. There's an issue not applicable, just uncheck. Okay, do that for the other one. Same. And check if there is null. Click OK. The soil type, just do that. Remove the errors not applicable and nulls. Okay, go to the irrigation method, do the same. Not applicable and remove that. Fertilizer, remove and check the not applicable and the errors and click OK. Pest control, same thing, null, errors, errors and not applicable, something like that. Okay, weather impact, just remove the errors not applicable and stuff like that. Let's keep going. And former contract, so the contracts are there. So if there's a blank, we should check, and check. Okay, lastly, remove the blanks here. And now okay, that is it. So now we can go ahead and we have 20 rows and not 15. Why? Did we leave anything behind? Maybe the rows. Okay, we can just say close and load, then close and load. That we can now use this to calculate. Go back to the table design and make sure you check the row. Okay, so now on the make sure you go and create a new sheet, so and name this KPIs. KPIs. Okay, and let's remove this, make this wider. So now let's remove these grids and go to the view and click and check this. Okay, so now we are going to have our KPIs here. So let's write the KPIs. KPIs. Okay, so for this, go back to the home and increase the font. Okay, and even 20. That is enough. Now in the first one we are going to look for the total revenue. So secondly we are going to look for the total profit. So that we are going to look for the average yield per acre. Then we are going to look for the average market. We have to look for the average market price. Okay, market price. Right. Then we are going to look for the most profitable crop. Most profitable crop. So in the total revenue, let's go ahead and go back to our sheet, the total revenue. Wait, go back to just check where it is written the total revenue. So it is in this column. So at the end we have a drop down there. Click that drop down, then choose sum. So we are going to have some numbers. This is the total revenue. Okay, so now open the notepad. So make sure you open notepad. Open notepad. Let me open my notepad a little bit. Some issues here. Okay, open your notepad. Just click open. Once you open the notepad, because you cannot copy this number from the sheet, so you have to type manually in the notepad. So we have 47.67 okay, 0.67. So now copy this number, Control C. Once you copy that, go back to the sheet where it is written kpis, and on the right side of total revenue, press that number. So that is the total revenue. We have 41,479. Okay. So for the total profit, you do the same. Go back to the sheet where we have information there. Go to where it is written profit. It is written on this side. This one here. So down there where we have a drop down, just click this, and for the total, just click the sum. So these are the information we have. So you will do the same thing for that. So now we are going to type that the total price for the profit. So type manually. We have 46, we have 666, then 93334, then 0.38. Copy this number, Control C number, go back to where the kpis are there, then paste near the profit. So now same thing for the average yield per acre. So go back to the sheet where, so look for average, look for acre per yield per acre. Okay, so we have planted acre yield. So it is not the case. We're looking for yield per acre. We have planted data harvested irrigation with a planted acres. So let's look for this one, and near the drop down where we have here, just click okay, okay, and choose average. Okay, so this is it. So, and make sure you type manually and type that number manually, which is 282879.5055. Okay, copy this number, control C, and once you copy this number, go back to your kpis and paste it over there. Now average market price, we do the same thing, average market price. So just go back where there's written market, so here it is, and click the drop down, go to the average, so it is written average, and 97.056, 97.056, so 97, right there, 056. So for the most profitable crop, so for you to find so this is going to be a little bit technical, so we are going to use what is called index. Okay, but first of all, we go to the profit uh, where it is written profit. Where is the profit there? Yep, here it is. Profit is in column K. We are going to look for the maximum value there. And it ends with K21. Close the bracket and enter the value, and then this is the maximum value. So open your notepad and type this number, so 9359417.68. Okay, by the way, we are going to repeat all this for one day, okay, because not it's not accurate as we are supposed to do. So copy this number, make sure you copy it. Once you copy, then close your notepad. Okay, just close it, and so next to it, so now use equal sign, use equal, so then index. So we are going to find the crop that costs this much. So for the crops, so crop is in, crop type is in which column? Column C. Okay, column C. So it is in column C, so we say C2 C2 and full column to C21, and then comma, then let's use match, then open, then paste the number that we had earlier on, so which is on the left side, this one here. So control V, okay, control Z. Okay, this is the number here, then comma, put comma. So where the profit is found in column K2 to K21. Now close this bracket and then close one